Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back with more Phoenix Wright, and then we kinda started the case last time. It's been almost a month, so I kinda forgot things. And I think we were getting into the court part now. Whoops. Which one is it? This one? No. Yeah, investigate part 2. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Think this one. You see? Yeah, right. This one. Yep. District Court, defendant lobby. Oh boy, I don't remember any. Hold on. What was this? Alright, the Phantom Thief, right. For the heist, right, a robbery. That was what we were investigating, I think. Phantom Thief have been summoned. Hello, hi Emma, how are you? I don't remember anything about this. Look at me. Right, look at me. I remember that guy. During the crime, with a blow to the back. Steer the camera. Okay. Refreshing my memory. Amy face, golden statue. It was moved. Yes. They stole that. Right. They were blackmail written with a fountain pen found in Ron's. Who's Ron? Who are these people? Are there so many people already? You know these guys? Nasty Mask? Look at me. Ron, right, they caught him. Oh, he turned himself in, right. You're good? Nice. I'm doing good too, things. Yes, this guy turned himself in. As Nasty Mask. Okay. Okay. We're defending them. Great idea. Since we're very friendly and outgoing lady. Andrews. What was she here? I forgot. Oh, she was, yeah, in charge of the security. Right. Right. Working on the night of the crime. The hell? Okay. Alright. Let's see what happens. Hey, Nick. What is it? Something wrong? No, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Nasty Mask glossy I bought. I bought this? Where? Okay. From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. Wow. I'm making a whole sale out of this. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Shut up the mask striking a pose. Okay. Why is that evidence? Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Woodies. The light? Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it. I'm the criminal. Me. Okay. That's not gonna help in court. He said it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor, I admit it! But you don't have the sacred arm, right? Well, that's true, but it doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Desi, honey, bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. Okay. Well, you see, actually the thieves are me. I'll tell you something, Nicky boy. I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. Okay? Why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting you, Nicky boy. Good luck. Okay. What is going on? Okay. Dreamy had a little hiccup. I don't know if it's back. Let me see. Okay, I think it's good now. Alright, let's keep it going. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, it's this man's. Right. Never seen him. What's his name? What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to? What a stupid question. Okay, Cyclops. Oh, what did you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to rumble to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I'll pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Okay. Who are you? I am Godot. Godot? Legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Ah, he's the one that Detective Admi was talking about. What is this music? Okay. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Shouldn't you know all this already? None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly, I've never lost. I've never won before either. I mean, it's true. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. Okay. Where's this persona again? This guy is the real deal, right, Nick? Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo? It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please keep your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. The what? I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Wright. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break into. Alright. This guy cocky. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Who are these men? My name is, we know you, don't you? No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, we're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Okay. Masty Mask's crimes. Masty Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits a crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Masty Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Alright. So then the actual identity of this Masty Mask is... Mr. Koda, what are you... What the hell is this man? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Koda. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I guess. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as I haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Masty Mask who stole the urn. I guess. Alright. Masty Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. Press. Oh, got a little hiccup again. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, I don't think you missed much. An author. He's written books about thieves. I think he probably meant to say authority. Yes. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. Press harder. Nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do you? Who? Who's man? Who is this person, Zvari? He sounds German. His name is... Look at me, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. Oh, that's him? What the heck? I guess it's not all that famous after all. Who was look at me again? This man's? Yes. Oh, the detective, right. Got it. I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Ah, right, he did that. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is toying with me, even now. Okay. So confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Sanders from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Masty Mask's emblem. Yeah. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. Right? His 5th heist. Your 5th screw up, huh? Objection, pal. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. This last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be joking about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Well, looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Okay. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Amenon. What's that? Some kind of specially salty teardrop? No sir, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the Crown of Bongora. You know, the thing you put on your head? After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. So we're sure it was Master Master, it fits his MO. Okay. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's a calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since his robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means that Masty Mask is behind it. It definitely looks like it was Masty Mask who stole the urn, but there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Masty Mask. But also the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Masty Mask that did it, maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Masty Mask that did it. That was confusion. Okay, what do I have? What can I do? Do. Security alert, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Corain exhibit. You could go to speckled urn. Would you? Yours truly, Masty Mask. Okay. Never read that. Camera data. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 AM. I remember the times of all of this. So the mess. Right. And Ron's wallet opens the KB Security CEO's office. Leaves a record when used. What's KB? In the KB security building at around 1 AM the night of the crime. Alright. How do I prove this? Just like at me. Wait, what was that? 00:58 AM. Okay. This is really the found pen, found Ron's room. If you don't want your trading to reveal to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring 50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. What was KB? Corain something? No? How do I do this? No, this. Nah. I have no idea. Sends calling car before he even commits the crime. It's fifth heist. Usually he's in a card. Paris always go after only the most precious art pieces. Supposedly priceless, has no monetary value. I have no idea. No idea. Time to save. only covered for him commits crime. I mean, the only thing that looks kind of weird, it says there's no monetary value to it. He said I have to prove that it was a nasty mask for now. Not that the guy is not nasty mask. Okay. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. Said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? Okay, not worried. That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. Supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Goddard, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. Okay, so in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mass would normally go after. Ugh. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Goddard? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I called it Goddard number 107. Okay. Why this music? I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. Oh, what? You're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. You're saying it wasn't Master Mass that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mass methods. A fake. Fake the mask? Fake the mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Try. Who is serving this man's coffee? Okay. Proof that the person who appeared at Morley Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Goda's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. Oh, this is the decision music. So let's save. Okay. I need proof that the person at Lori Taylor that night was in fact fake the mask. Fake the mask, fake the mask, fake the mask, fake the mask. That won't work. There's a green ability, blah blah blah. Never highs, top secret. Is there some difference between these? Those are gloves, right? Yeah, he's using gloves. person. Though it turned out that night was in fact fake the mask. Fake the mask. Yeah, thank you for the contribution, Emma, for the next game. Oh, just gonna throw something. I think it's that. Oh, proof is right here. Is it? This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Do you? I just threw it because it was... I feel like the only way. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Oh boy. Go on, use this pointer and show us just what about this. What is it? What is it? Are those gloves or just him? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What else? There's a paint here, yo. The hand. I don't know, man. The time? No. The time? No. No. Hand. Right here. Think. No, that was not. It was not there. Is that what was so peculiar? Huh, the place that you're pointing to is all wrong. Yeah. And what do you mean? I mean, it's wrong. The only thing peculiar in this courtroom is on top of your head. Nick, are you going to let him get away with making fun of your hair? Yes, at least until I know he can't use his goggles to fry me or something. See, he is Cyclops. Well, anyway, there is a strange spot in this photo. Yeah, still haven't given up. So what is it then? Okay, I'm not getting punishment for that, so I can just try things, I guess. The time is time. No, it's not the time. Okay. Alright. What else? What can it be? Door. The door is open. Is it open before? It was open. The paint. The paint. Yeah, the painting. Right here. No, what's that? Okay. Anyway, what is it? What is it? It's the mouth. Oh. I don't know. Nope. This man's gonna drown in coffee before I find this. The door is open. Okay. What is it? What? The mouth. The mouth. Yes, the mouth. Just gonna click on everything. I don't know. Okay, I wanna see something. Is he missing that big face head on the chest? Was it there? I didn't see that. It is missing it. Here? Okay, it was that. And imputation to the other one. Okay, it's right here, of course. You mean mask? No, it's chest. Same. I have here a piece of reference I would like the Kurt to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Yep, there's the one. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on the mask's chest. Breach? Here? Well, if get my steed, we need to retreat at once. Brooch. The runner. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp. I see now. But the mask in the security camera photo. He has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on the mask calling card and serves as a symbol. You shouldn't have said that. Nobody knows the symbol. But the thief that broke into Lord Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this the mask is a fake. I've been fooled again. Okay. Order. It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Okay, Coffee Man. Hey now. You're an all-star. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Kodat, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Huh, the brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? This man has it? Wait, is this mask the mask? That's the mask brooch. Where do you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? It must mean the Amy Face statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? Okay. A friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course, I'm referring to Rondelai's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. Order in the card. Mr. Koda, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Found in the shadow of Amy Face statue. Looks like it was torn off of some clothing. Ah, you mess with Godot and you get burned. Shouldn't that rhyme? Hey Stevie, how's it going? He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. I'm doing alright, things. How are you doing, pal? Huh? You're done with me? I haven't proved anything yet. You're proving your own incompetence. That's good enough. Okay. You're good? You did a bit of studying. Nice. Nice. You have a test or something soon? Doesn't sound good at all. Billy, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? Oh, look. Look at me. Can also come in or help me. You can build it. I'm sure you'll do fine. But yes, get your study. 1 second is 1 drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Have 8 exams. You got this. You can do it. I believe. All 8 of them. Oh, Emma's studying too. Nice. Silence? What you want, bruh? Now I see. It's all becoming clear. Oh, this man's. He's annoying. Well, that's clear. Swery. Oh, he's the one that says swery. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure having 8 subjects in one college semester should be illegal. It sounds pretty illegal to me. Yeah. I think I had the most I had like 5 maybe a semester. I failed. Yeah, 8 sounds like a lot. Okay. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Your group is the only group with 8 subjects. The other group have like 5 or less. Yeah, that sounds right. Wait, why is your group like that? Okay. That's weird. Okay. Well, sir prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atby, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Alright. Rising star illuminating the heavens, that's a way to describe yourself. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They either be best friends or they tear each other's head off. I've heard that that on the night of the crime, you were all alone in security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 detective gumshoes. Detective gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Ow, burn. Where was this guy all by himself anyway? Yeah, that's pretty sus. Yeah, it's pretty sus if you ask me. There must be some reason. I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. Aye. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning. Just after the day changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. And who took the brooch? So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We're not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Mask, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I guess. It's pressing time. It's approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the day changed. Pressing. So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? I'm confused with the days and all that. When was the thing? When I am on the night of the crime. No one says the date. Oh wait, this date, right? No. Oh, there's no date in this. Okay, whatever. Here? Yeah, 12, okay. 1 AM, October 12th, okay. That's an impressive deduction, sir lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? What? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday too. Yamcha also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely, that is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure on your bitchin' head, that is. In any case, okay, that didn't do shite. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask, and suddenly descended upon me. Dancingly descended. From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. What? But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Duns. Oh boy. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all that I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Goddard, do you have a problem with the photo? Okay, good. Then let's continue with the testimony. Darkness followed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing. That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, sir lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh. Well, actually, yes. By a fire extinguisher. Oh yeah, right. That happened in the game. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory too. Right. You see? You have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. Wow. You may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then 20 minutes later, use an emergency phone to notify the police. About these 30 minutes, my silver core was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. Yeah, I think so too. So what happened during these 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. The ether. Even. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. Yeah, that's really weird. What was the painting and all that, and who took the brooch then? But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Yeah, it's approximately 1 o'clock. Okay, alright. Let's save just in case. Okay, let's go with this with either the brooch or maybe the photo with the paint and all that. I don't know. Let's go with this. Yeah. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask the Mask. It is, in point of fact, Mask the Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously it wasn't glued on well enough. I think? Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there was only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Got him. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness giving false testimony is a serious crime? No, wait just a moment, Sir Oldtimer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remember, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. Right. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Why these two teaming up? Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on, that's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Okay, save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Look at me, agree completely. Fight with the thief. Alrighty. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed the weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. The true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam, and that's all she wrote. Aight. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask the Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. Seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. Is it though? I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Alright, indeed it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. Why? Tell me more. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. Okay. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. You were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Yeah, about the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up a heat detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Our retailer department store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, you couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? Wait, can I go back to ask about the other things? No. About your computer? Did that computer belong to Lord Lee Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. It was especially designed by me. Look at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. That's true. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? Okay, that's kind of weird. Gentlemen cannot be so easily discombobulated. What does that mean? Discombobulated? Knocked out? Young people these days, they really irritate me. Aye, Grandpa. They look perfectly good. All worse to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? Jeez. It's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, looks like we've cleared that up. And go on with your testimony. Nothing was cleared up. Fortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side, rendering me senseless. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I look at me was hiding in the area. You're not hiding. What do you mean? He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? I mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shito. Yeah, sure. So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness? True gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. Oh wow. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Master. Yeah, we get that. This guy's a real piece of work. First blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and ambitious. I might say he was powericious. Aye. Get him out of here. Powericious? I assumed the at me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Yeah, the blinded part was weird. You were blinded? So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Amy Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. What is it? Just look at me, guy. He's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Okay, I want to go back to the last thing. And that's the other thing. At me fighting style. What is this at me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at me fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? Back to, yeah, he said he had kid in the back, so he was not doing the position right. It was very important. Of course it's important. We learned the detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness, go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. And there it is. I went back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Where is this third eye we're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. Okay, it's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead, if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Edmund got hit on the forehead then? That's what he says. I got a funny feeling about that. Yeah, he has no marks or anything. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Okay. Alright. Didn't you say you hit him in the back before? A blow to the back of the head. Yeah. Well, has to be it. I'm gonna save in case. Must be that. Detective Atney, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. Now the car must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door, and my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you justified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atney, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hit the calling car from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong.
Objection.
Oh, yes, a deep voice. To err is human. To forgive, divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. Okay. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of our rules. Okay. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Ah, fag. We're certain things now? Mr. Atney is no ace detective. This Mr. Atney is a fake. Mr. Atney is mask to mask. I mean, we're kind of implying that. Could be. Mr. Atney is no ace detective. I like this one. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Look at Me's true identity is actually Mask the Mask. Order in the cart, Mr. Wright. What is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atney's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Kamshu and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that. Detective Atney. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask the Mask. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask the Mask. And no one else. The security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. And he simply dressed up as a thief and stole the urn. Oh man, makes sense to me. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Yeah, okay, he mad. The mask MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, sir lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective admin, and you assume that... Isn't that hot? Got a plane, number 102, my personal favorite. Is that allowed? Mr. Godot? The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem, it simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points and I... that face. It's the best. It's a coffee unicorn. I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Wright? This detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. I mean, I just got thrown a vegan coffee mug on my face. What do you want? I should be in pain right now. He's taking it like a champ, actually. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This girl would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly. Oh, I'm clean now. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Admi looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. Can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Look At Me is in fact Mask the Mask. Why do they do this every time? I don't think I have it now. Has yet to be found? Proof? Of course I got nothing. Huh, just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high, no matter how bad things get, after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. Got to stay on the attack. You'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is a thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So, you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... Whose man's? Who? Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. I mean, that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, oh. It's the urn. That's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. Wow. Cheese nasty mask. Order, order, order. You, madam. That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants, Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Okay. From the office of Look at Me. Okay, we're just gonna believe her? Okay, sure. Just being splotches all over it. Wait, was it fixed? Did it break again and they fixed it right this time? Okay. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? I mean, you're going to have a hard time whistling out of this one. Pathetic. Mr. Kodak, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Edme was involved. Before casting aspersions? What's that word? At Detective Edme, consider the young lady here. Her name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? Coffee? How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. Yeah, I don't know why we were just believing her in the first place. Okay. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered the stolen arm anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. Yeah, that's easy to counter, I feel. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Light? Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. Got to prove that urn was actually in the Acme Detective Agency. Testify about what I saw? What I saw? Show fingerprints on the urn? Can't prove anything. God. It's hard. Okay. Let's say testify about what I saw. Fingerprints? Well, you can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, you know? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, sir lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. Yeah. Forgot about that. Unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about Mr. Wright? Oh, okay. I don't get punished? Okay. There, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. There's proposal that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. What? The girl? And she took it. Let me give you an important piece of advice. The one who keeps a cool head all the way until the game's end is the winner. I'll give you an even more important piece of advice, Mr. Wright. You're not going to win this game with that answer. Okay. Alright. I guess the guy anyway. Richard is making cool, snappy remarks now. Does that mean I was wrong again? Yes, definitely. Yarn was put in that bag and carried to the detective's office yesterday. That means the person I should be fingering is the person who left their prints on the urn yesterday at the Acme Detective Agency. Someone that could fit the bill. I'm lost with this. Who left that? Mask, no, he uses gloves too. Name another person or think it over again. Another person? Okay. No. No. Okay. Okay. Let's read it again. You're hinting me at someone that left the thing. Who left the thing there then? No. Okay. Let's say think it over again. Mr. Wright, what have you decided to do? Decided to think the whole thing over again. Must be some way to prove that the art was actually in the Acme Detective Agency. About what I saw? What's wrong? Isn't it your job to come up with something to say? Nick, come on, it should be easy to prove. After all, we checked out that bag, didn't we? You're right, I remember doing that. Whatever was in there, it was hard and round and smooth, too. Oh, the bag was there. Right, in the beginning, and then it disappeared, I think. Yes, it must have been the urn. It must have. But I never actually saw it with my own eyes. Acme walked in just when I was about to have a look at it. So even if it was the urn in there, I can't testify that it was. You're right. Huh, looks like I was wrong about you, Mr. Wright. In this town, overflowing with lies, there's still a single flickering candle of truth. Nicky boy, well, it's true that I never actually saw the urn. Maybe I can still testify about it from another angle. What about it, Mr. Wright? Have you given up yet? There must be some way. Got to prove that the urn was actually an Acme Detective Agency. I can't prove anything yet? Can't prove anything yet. But Nick. Very well. Looks like that's all then. Exactly. This urn is all the proof I need to make my case. What? You still don't get it, huh? Listen closely, Mr. Wright. This is the urn that Mastimas stole, right? Now the wife of the accused comes strolling in here with the very same urn, correct? Now, who would you think is the thief? Ah, no, that's wrong. That's not what I've got it. Why I've got it? Nick, you can't let him do this. This isn't good. There has to be another way around this. Your Honor, please let me think it over one more time. It's alright, it's high time that you learned your lesson. Courtroom is no place for poorly thought out or rushed declarations. You have to be careful, he won't be so nice next time. Must be some way. But to prove the urn was actually in the... You have to do the fingerprint thing. Prove where the urn was, with the fingerprints on it. You use gloves, I know. The urn in case I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves. My fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. Now, he must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. I mean, we touched the thing, but from the outside, so not our fingerprints. Right? So not at me. I'm guessing not the light. Is it? Oh. No. No, okay. Okay. Okay, I get it. I messed up. Okay. Come through. Me? Me. Oh, so what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. I did touch it then. I thought it was from the outside that I touched the thing. Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Oh, it was taking it out. Okay. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. My fingerprints are on there, and it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office. Oh, they're on the criminal. Oops. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Yeah, of course it does. What do you say? It's not what I say, or what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Admin Detective Agency. This blend, Godot blend number 107, I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Order, 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 I accept the defense's request. Thank you, Stevie, for the contribution for the next game. Bailiff, take this arm and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Oh, take a good look, everyone. What is that face? Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask the Mask. I hope you all enjoy my little performance. You confess, that's it. Case closed. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atmy's condition? He is still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. Really? I don't think this is it. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Yup, there it is. Whose man's? You're wrong, I tell you. Oh, this man is gonna... he's gonna throw himself under the bus again. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. Okay. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. Ah, boy. I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but... The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass, Judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Now we have both. Two thieves. Great. Ah, boy. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir. If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you're a nasty mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir, I'll be happy to. Says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail. I swear. He's decided to confess. Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. Ah, boy. Master Mask's identity. The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancily descended upon the scene of the crime. But he used the same words. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. You can't see your face. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off. That's all. What about the fight? I don't like the direction this trial has taken. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Gordon. You're embarrassing me, bruh. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask the Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Gordon. I'll do my best. Bruh. What is happening? Alright, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Okay. Alright. Save him first. Truth is, I've been Mask the Mask for long. You may think you're the real Mask the Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Essie yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons. But the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? Sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. Press harder. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, this is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desiaholic. So you do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony. I beg of you. You can't prove that I'm not actually Mask the Mask, can you? I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know that you're the real Mask the Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change? Come on, Nick, you know that Mr. Light couldn't have committed the crime? You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. It's some kind of proof that wrong couldn't possibly be Mask the Mask. Well, I guess if we had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy to try to show that Mr. Light couldn't have stolen the urn. Okay. Anyway, I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. You've got no alibi. I've been a judge for a long time. This is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No. That's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the version warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Nick? What was wrong tonight when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but... you think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? Mhm. Mm. 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 No. Yes. Save. Yes. I have the evidence, or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? I might be. Oh, I've never seen you this angry before. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. I thought I was more confident than angry. Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show to this card evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime. The wallet? But that was in the crime scene. Mr. Light, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Light was in fact at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a waterway alibi. Watertight. Okay. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lord Lee Taylor and KB Security. Oh, there are different places, okay. Now I see. Why did Larry give me that then? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. Okay. Considering the distance between Lord Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Koda, do you have anything to say? What was KB Security? Oh, that's where they control everything, I guess. I don't know. And stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Kodat. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Light all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Light? You probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office? No! Huh, that was a pretty good try, Mr. Trike. Unfortunately, you overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, looks like you need some more evidence after all. This stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. Let's see me saving. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delay went to keep security at 1 a.m. that night. Oh, blackmail? Keep security, blah blah blah. Is it that? Mr. Light, yeah. I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes, basically it says bring $50,000. Certainly sounds like blackmail, right? At the time of the theft, Mr. Delay was dealing with the blackmailer himself in KB Security CEO's office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. His glasses smoking? No! How's he drinking and talking and yelling? Order, order, order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my go-to plan number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company, but did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. Claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? There's someone else who can testify. He's the person who can testify that the key car was used at 1 a.m. that night. Larry? Who is this useless looking young man? Okay. Just burned his ass just by his face. Okay. Alright, you don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. Just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. Yeah, that was like the very first case of the first game. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this key card. Yup, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Okay. Well, Mr. Goddard, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this car was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Used on October 12, the night of the crime at 1 a.m. But that means can't be Mr. Light dressed as Masty Mask in this photo. Huh, looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then? Light was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Masty Mask. Good job, you did it, Nick. I did it, wow, sure. That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young... okay, besmirching him with the title of thief. Like, why are you repeating everything? What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections? Just do it and stop waiting for more people to object. No, Your Honor. Very well. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron the Light. Who's he gonna oppose now? Not guilty. Yay, we won this school. Right. Done? Court is now adjourned. Ready? Nah, can't be. That was lame, that's it. That's it? Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Mr. Light. I knew you could do it. I believe in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Oh, shucks. Thanks, Mr. Light. Just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, pearls. I got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just GG, thanks, Stevie. I'm not sure if it's over though. We'll see. You're blushing. How do you do this in front of Mystic Maya? Whoa. She slapped me. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, she slapped me. Apparently. This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick. Yes? You're even worse than I thought. You're even worse than I thought. Like going behind the back of your own client? No, you got it all wrong. Jeez, she's snapping the shit out of me. I'll never forgive you. Oh, a double slap. You still deserve a headband? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the headband. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well. Right? I guess. Get the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually it was you, Mr. Light, who brought us our urn back. Our urn. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? Hey, I'm not sure. I feel too sure. I feel there's something more to this. What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is, come on, give the kid some time. Oh, Godot. It's just a little touch of the blues. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? He's Spanish now? What the hell? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Wright? Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Wait, who's Kane Bullard? Isn't that the CEO? I haven't heard that name before. Isn't that name of the CEO of KB Security? Yeah. Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 AM on October 12th. Wait, what? There's the catch. Okay. That's the same time as the robbery. Wait, oh no. Run, enter there at that time. Yeah, there it is. Okay. 1 AM on October 12th. You don't mean... That's right, amigo. The same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen. CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLay was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLay was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It's like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief. Going to be the news that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi? No way. He can be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I'm a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLay, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. Looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Wright. Okay. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I'll return from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Who these mans? Nick? How could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Whoops. Yeah, Ronnie. Continued? To be continued? No. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? To be continued. Wow. Okay. Guess it's not over like I thought. What is this now? Investigation now of the murder. It seemed weird that it wasn't a murder case. It's always a murder case. But now it's a murder case. Now everything's fine. Everything's back to normal. Yeah, let's do a little bit of the investigation. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Lai got arrested again. Well, supposedly Mr. Lai was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose. I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Lai was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the cave security murder? I think I'm going to head back to Terrain Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm gonna bring the sacred arm back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mr. Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Okay. Pearl is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve. Sacred arm given to Pearls. Okay. Now remember, no fighting, okay? Okay. And she's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. Why are you so hyped? Can I examine my plant? Is it water? Charlie. Okay. Let's not do this again. Talk? What to do? So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder. Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Mr. Light? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center too. Sacred Urn. Must be relieved we got the Sacred Urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something a little different about it. Yeah, it's fixed. Don't at me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am. And now it says Amy on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Amy, like it always used to. Oh yeah, alright. Plus, the base was pink, has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I am. Yeah, and that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. It's possible that urn is a fake. I'm sure Pearls will find about that once she gets back to Green Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Green Village in a long time. So I guess we both still go to Green Village to do their training, right? Yep, if you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. A channeling dojo? Huh, sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're going to train, you have to be serious, otherwise real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the Karain technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. Just like being the master of Karain is going to be a heavy responsibility. Okay. Moving somewhere? The hole? Sure. Lord Taylor exhibition hall. The treasures of Karain exhibit is all ruined now. Maya, I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Oh, Stevie, you're heading to bed? No problem, thank you for stopping by. And I hope your study was well. And yeah, hope you have a good rest. Take care, have a good night. Bye bye. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it. Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Mass Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's brilliant, Nick! We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. Okay. That's probably where the secret urn was going to be displayed. Yeah, I guess so. Should I put my attorney scratch there? No, as a replacement? I think it's a little too small for that. What about my Magatama? Now you're being silly. That's definitely too small. Okay. Let's go to the basement warehouse. Okay. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews. What's she still hanging around down here for? So, how's it going? What about the sacred urn? Why is she freaking out? The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already? What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mastyma's wife that found it. Actually, we proved that it was not Mastyma's. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Okay. Wait, let me examine. Do we see all these? A pathetic looking wooden box. Yeah, that's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, I was so proud of it. Huh? Oh Maya, maybe it would have been better if Mastymas had taken the box too. Detective Adme said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief. That was obviously a lie, because it turned out that Adme was the real thief. It's still hard to believe. Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm going to take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. No, I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was spent in the first place. Please be gentle with it. Okay, slide over here. Said it wasn't where it is now when we first came here. Someone moved there, it was probably Mastymas. He didn't like being watched by missing Amy while he stole the urn. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. Something suspicious about this paint mark, but the left part of it shaped oddly and it's shocking pink. Yeah, it's the box shape. Okay, I get it. Welcome. Okay. A lot of big boxes. Sandra said we're not allowed in there. Okay. Let's just talk now. I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. Looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring the mask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself, you were just doing your job. Hey Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So when was it that you hired Detective Admi again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Master Mask calling car arrived? That was about 10 days ago. So he sent a calling car to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Admi must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. Okay. The night of the crime. What? So Master Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here still in the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Admin? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. Okay, he claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says, so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Master Mask pretty well. Okay, sacred urn. So glad that you got your sacred urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? Not exactly sure. Somehow the urn that came back seems different. Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Sanders? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Oh, she hiding something. You break it and fix it again. You did. What do you think this means, Nick? It's the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. I don't think I have proof yet. Let's do the other things first, and then we can come back for her. Let's move to the Admin Detective Agency. Why the heck not? Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually Mask, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Yeah, just notice. Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we're good. Just notice Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen. Well, it's a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. But wasn't he in charge of the mask-to-mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust. Maya. Okay. Something weird here? No, what's that purple thing? Can I check that? No. Everything seems fine here. I can't even touch anything. Okay. Just because the police is there. Okay, guess nothing for me. No, let's just move to somewhere else. Hideout. Mask hideout. Oh, Nicky boy. Maya. Mr. Light. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please. Please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My running wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Mr. Light had such a vulnerable side. Okay. Round the light. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My running would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer. But he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you that's just a fantasy for him. Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. Huh, the very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? Okay. Detective Adney, I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves? No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. Well, that's very specific. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly man. By the way, why did you go to Detective Adney's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously, the real Master Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Adney knew more about Master Mask than anyone else? They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then you went there to ask him some questions. That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that back there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. KB Security? Mr. Light, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks she still works there, huh? And yet according to what we heard today... Don't tell me you didn't know. Ronnie was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. Looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away by motorcycle. That is. Harry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. Make it to KB Security that fast? Are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass things. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Love at first sight? So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. No, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it! He screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. Really? All by himself, he came to save me, a total stranger all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Okay. Is there something here? Yeah. Nothing new, nothing new. What's this? Stuff. Okay. Important thing. Don't worry about it, Nicky boy. After all, my run is just an amateur. Oops. Pressed it again by accident. Will receive our blackmail later, do you think? Knows about this? Well, if she did, I don't think she would be smiling. I think it'd be smart if we didn't tell her. Okay. The presenter stuff? I'm so happy that you got your sacred urn back. Well, I have you to thank for that, Mr. Light, and I'm sorry. Huh? What are you apologizing for? Guess I mistakenly blamed your husband for taking it? Huh, I told you, didn't I? My Ronnie could never do such a thing. Okay. So what do you know about this? No, you can't show her that, Nick. That emblem is top secret, don't you remember? Oops, sorry about that. I wish you just said top secret was a worse giveaway than what I did. Oh, when I heard the word top secret, it just piques my interest like nothing else. Look at this. Haven't find this idea. Okay. Alright. A letter addressed to my Ronnie. Sorry, but I hate it when people poke their noses into other people's business. It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know about it, which means she has no idea that her husband was being blackmailed. Okay. That's Ronnie's wallet. It was found at Kiwi Security on the night of the murder. Ronnie and I went out to dinner early that evening. I'm sure he had his wallet with him then. So it's true then, he must have dropped it at the crime scene. Okay. Ah, I know what that is. That's one of those key cards from Ronnie's company. Come to think of it, it's been a long time since I've seen one. It's probably because Ron doesn't work there anymore. Oh, this is Maxty Mask, huh? I wonder what kind of house he lives in. Who knows, maybe it's exactly like this house. Ah, you're so funny sometimes, Nicky boy. And if I was a famous thief, I'd live in a great, big, gorgeous mansion. I'll be sure to tell that to your husband. Okay. Right. Just moved in to here. Attention ceinture, I already told you it's not me. A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands. I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge too. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Okay, let's go check out some other place, Nick. Okay, let's go check the new thingy thing. Can I go from here? No. I can go from here. CEO's office. Okay. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? Wait, what's the body? Oh, the body was in the safe. Okay. The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What has that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Well, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Something to that effect. Doesn't it really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating? Okay, let me see this place. But these. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file isn't exactly back-breaking word, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah, what do you find out, Nick? This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Masty Mask. It's filled with info on him. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey Nick, look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see. Zero of Eminan, 100,000. Looks like a list of all treasures that Masty Mask stole. So then 100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know, that number sounds kind of low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list. Okay, case list. Did I see that? The whole list? Yes. Zero of Amadon, 100,000, Crown of Bongora, 150,000, Left Hand of Hades, 240,000, Portrait of Megina, 500,000. Okay. There's no fifth one. There's no fifth one. Let's leave the... sure, let's analyze this. This rope, I think it fell out of the safe when it was open? I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah, I think this string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean... The victim, he was killed by being crushed by the safe door? Oh, that's what happened. She can't be serious, can she? Oh. Wow, this safe is unbelievable. I bet 4 pearls would fit in there. And it's got a bunch of doohickeys attached to it. Pretty amazing, alright. Motion sensors, heat sensors, weight sensors. Hey, Nick, come on, let's open it and take a look. If I broke into one of these, wouldn't that send me down the path to Hoodlumville? Okay. painting. Wow, look at that huge frame photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? Either this guy didn't get out enough or he had really rotten luck with the weather. Maybe if he had lived a little longer he would have seen some better days. I guess. This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out just for a second. Oh nice, I feel just like a CEO. Hey you, whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it. Ah, this is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know? Eek! Okay. Hit the red button for last. This looks like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid. I can't get in between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. Looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. It'd be a good night's reading if you've got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Okay. Nothing else? Oh, yeah. Button. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Bruh. This girl just pressed it. Hey, cut it out. Don't press that. Ah, that was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What's that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says it right there on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. They said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Sir Bullard, the victim wasn't wearing any gloves. By the way, just so you know. I think we'd better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. Emergency buzzer, the court record. Okay. What happened? Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay. But the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. Happened at exactly the same time that Master Mask was still in the urn. Huh? Time of death 10-12 at 1 AM caused cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. Okay. So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Oh, it was inside. Safe? Well, it's pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Also, the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from when he fell out. Yep. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard. Billiard? No, Bullard. Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. Detective at me? So, what happened to Mask to Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Okay. Now that's the thing I know and love. Think about it. Admin was always around when a calling card showed up. He always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, accept the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Okay. Stolen the gem and the thief. Hey, this card here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... Is that the light? An article on Mask to Mask first heist. Okay, Prosecutor Godard. Oh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Light. Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that Jabba addicted mask maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godard. He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office, came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true according to the records anyway, but no way he's an amateur, he's an Iceman incurred. A maverick that give me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe, I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. That coded guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Okay. Okay. Let's move to the security room. What is this? Okay. The Bat Cape? Alright. Wow. It's really something else. For security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. Keep a security guard. Uh-oh, I just remember. Larry might be. Hey Nick, what's up? My mans. So he is here. Yo, how's he hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you too? No objection. Hello, how's it going? How are you? What you been up to? Hi Larry. Here I was working my fingers to the bone, and in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. This man's. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Boulder murder case. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here is a different story. Oh, thank you for the host, Lou. Doing good. Get to play in the snow a little. Holy crap, it's cold. How's the weekend going? Yeah, it's snowing there. Nice. Well, yes, nice. I don't know if it's too nice. Yeah, sounds fun. Weekend's going alright. Chill. Yeah. It was alright. Why me? But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then and this is now. Okay, why is he against me now? Do you snow a lot there? No. I didn't know it snowed there. Good info? So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. What's up, right? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. You talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Rondelai was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Rondelai was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. This is a small company. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something? No, that's just you. Security guard. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by alright, I guess. First I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? Security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. Okay. The night of the crime. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? It's just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it's part-time and you're dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Oh, he's hiding something. Okay. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Lou. I'll take it now. Okay. Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? You heard a great joke via Twitter? Okay, hit me with it. Looks like I'm going to have to break his cyclogs. After all. Doo doo doo. Doo 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 doo. Let's see if I can do something about this. The night of the crime. Wait, it was just diagnosed with a fear of giants. B5 phobia? Okay. Hey. That's okay. I'll give it a pass. Okay. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? Well, of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? Didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Mr. Light? Ah, but that was and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never, I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1, wow, now that's confidence. Have to find some more. Get your calculator your shadow gaming. Okay. Okay. You can try with some more. But get that rule out, yeah. A whole $1, wow. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? Evidence that Larry was not manning his situation when the murder happened. Now, this. I was scared for a minute. Wait, what did it show? Did it show the right thing? Yeah. I'm going off at around 1 a.m. No, I guess not that. I guess not that. I don't think I have it. Oh, he got that. Got the wallet. Tell you I'm not relieved. I'll even bet you 70 cents. Going to break this cycle if it's the last thing I do. What's with that baby? What's with that baby who had his favorite toy taken away from him? Look on your face. Let's try the wallet. Yeah. This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar, you hand-delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday. Give me a break, you can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, that's a typo thing, you were away from the security guard office. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? The shift that they didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. But I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this. Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. Do I have the card things? I don't have the cars list open thing. Do I? Oh yeah, used on October 12, 1 a.m. Yeah, this one. Larry, when you use this keycard, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does. But it can't show the record to just anyone you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way. Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Well, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Yeah, no. Yay! Night of the crime. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry, there was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. What? Before I knew what was going on, the guy sucked me right in the kisser. Normally I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So is that why you left the security guard office? What? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? He's curled up on the floor, crying like a baby. Oh boy. Nick, is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey Nick, as long as he's suffering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? He's right, maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick! I got treasure, I got these. This was Kareem's greatest treasure. I used to have zero interest in all of this old junky stuff. But now that I'm a new person, well, I can kinda see the appeal. Hey, I got it. Why don't we all go visit one of those musty old temples next time? I think I could actually learn to like this new Larry. Yeah, but he still hasn't told us anything useful. Okay. Listen carefully, okay, Nick? I know you don't think much of me as a person, but I'm no thief, and I would never wear a goofy get-up like that. Nobody ever accused you of being a thief? It's too much work for me, making plans, writing calling cards, etc, etc. I'd rather just pull a dine and dash at a burger joint. Burgers? I love burgers too. Really? Well, how about it? Wanna go on a burger date tonight? At least pay for the food, because I'm not defending you again. Okay. Just want to Kareem's greatest treasures. Okay. I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. Okay. Seems so, I don't know, pleasant. Okay. Okay. Thief. Okay. Alright. No. So what about this? Huh? Maya, you shouldn't have a love letter for me? No, sorry, this is a blackmail letter. What? How do you know about that, Maya? Huh? How much is Alexis demanding this time? Who's what? Dang, a burger sounds pretty good right now. Yeah, it does. Who is this Alexis? Didn't we show him this letter yesterday too? I'm pretty sure we did. That's the wallet I found. I found it when you snuck out of work to get sucked in the kisser, right? I didn't sneak out of work to get sucked in the kisser. If only I had been more responsible at work, I might have spotted the murderer on the monitor like I was supposed to. Harry, you really do feel bad, don't you? Yeah, well, maybe it's all for the best. I think it's brought Desi and I closer together. Just like they say, every cloud has a silver lining. You gotta see that old water glass as half full, am I right? And now he's starting to sound like the Larry I know. Don't forget, Nick, half full. Okay. So, was this the car that was used by the culprit that night? Well, going off the serial number, then yeah. This car was used to open the CEO's office door at 1 in the morning. The clients had this car, right? Then it's a no-brainer. He's the killer, man. Okay. Carefully. Okay, not that. That's the same thing. What is a snake? You know much about hell. We don't know what to say about that. Okay. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right, just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. Promise I'll come running to your rescue, like the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Hey, thanks. I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Oh, thank you for the shout out to Lou and you're playing Dark Souls. Yes. How did that go? You beat some bosses? Yes, please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Oh, we're gonna. Okay. Emergency buzzer. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt a wait and see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder. Okay. Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me? Pretty please? Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. Okay. It was brutal. That boss launched me 6 wasted Sunday. It'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes with those bosses. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could. Oh. What? What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake. God. Huh? But hell. Can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once in the morning at around 1 a.m. Bruh. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. Buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. on October 12th, the CEO's office. Bruh, this man's. Okay, nothing there. You know. Okay. Can I read this? I can't read this. Can I? No. I can't scroll down. Okay. Okay. I guess have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is broom brooms. But the only problem is with all this reflecting, where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting is a bit overrated, you know? What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the bus record? Huh? The record? No, nothing at all. This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. Okay. I guess we got all of the things we needed from him. I think the thing that we have left is to... Wait, let me check if Kamushu has something. Oh. What if I show him the thing? So to Kamushu, about this right here. Sorry, it's hard to believe, but there's a limit to how much my brain can hold. Okay. Should we still have brain thing? Hey Nick, if you have something to say, just come out and say it. Okay. No, I think the only thing left to do is to do the logs on... Who was it? Who was online? I think... Oh, Andrews, right. I think I've been everywhere. Let me see if the other guy is back. Nope. Still gone. Okay. I think I'm gonna go to Andrews. Just so I remember that's the next thing to do. I think I'm gonna be calling the stream there. Go here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's say right here, just so I remember what to do next. Okay. Okay. All right. But yep, that's gonna be it for today. We won that trial there, but yeah, now we have this one that's a bit more serious. So yeah, we won, but did we kind of accuse the guy of murder instead of larceny? So I don't know, did we win? Yeah, we're gonna try to save him again, I guess. Okay, thank you for the stream now. Thank you for stopping by and everyone that was here. So yeah, it was fun. It took me a little bit to remember everything about the case after like a month, but we got there. We got there at the end. But yeah, thank you for the stream. No, thank you. But yeah, we'll be continuing with this probably next week. Yeah, probably next weekend. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing... What am I doing? Undertale. Yeah, right. I think we're close-ish to the end. I might need like a couple streams for that, but we're getting there too. So yeah, that's to be expected for tomorrow. But yeah, have a great rest of your day. Take care. You take care too, Lou. Everyone, take care. But yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of the Saturday. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.